Hi everyone, I'm Sakatha King. This video is about the online game Supremacy 1914, an insider's look, part 2. So it's been about 30 days since the first video. A lot has changed. As you can see, my rank is captain and I had been promoted from lieutenant. And the next rank that I'm looking at is major. So hopefully I can achieve that before the game is through. I'm playing 2 games here. This first game, like in the first video, I'm basically eliminated, so I'm not a factor in this one. However, I do have some troops, and I'm just kind of playing around, having some fun. The second game, 500-player map, I'm active in. It's on day 97. The first video was day 68, so quite a bit has changed. I'm Toronto. As you can see, I've grown quite a bit. From 268 to about 413 provinces. So I'm spread out from coast to coast here in the northern region of North America, and I've managed to capture provinces down through Iceland, Ireland, and down here into Africa. Let's take a look here at my record. So I'm currently sitting at 413 provinces. My score is 144. The first video, my population was just over 1 billion. I'm 1.6 billion now. 413 provinces. The average morale is 78%. Units since the first video to 10,884. And I'm at war with 3 countries right now. So in the rankings, I'm currently sitting in 5th position at 144 points. The top guy has 371 points. And for provinces, I'm also sitting in 5th position. So it looks like I'm holding 5th pretty strongly here. Netherlands, which is below me, provinces, a score of 137. So in the first video, we had some issues in Alaska. The Australians had captured some territory. But since then, we've had members go inactive. Wisconsin in here, he was all through here, he went inactive, and so we ate him up. Wisconsin was up through here, and he was also through Alaska. So we kicked out the Australians. We hit up Wisconsin, what was left, his territories up that way. So we've secured the northwest region there. So also in the first video, I was taking advantage of an opportunity. There was a player that went inactive, and I had some provinces here in Greenland, so I took them over, and also here in Iceland, and so I came down and captured his territories here. So now I have to make sure I protect my land, so I got a fair amount of troops in here. I got some more coming on the way. So also the player came back to play the game, and so he was active again. However, I was attacking Ireland here and capturing these provinces. So I wanted to capture them all before I made peace. I didn't really want to come in and take his territories right down here, right in the island of England. I thought maybe I'd be pushing my luck there. So once I captured these territories, I made peace. He hasn't been very active, that player, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on with him. But nonetheless, I want to keep these territories, so I have quite a bit of strength in here. Some railguns, a bunch of fighters, and some bombers. Lots of artillery and infantry up in there. So now these, the coalition, the Europeans there, they requested I join in and help fight the cowboys. So they were fighting them in Europe and beat them out of Europe. And so I agreed to come in and attack down here in Africa. So I captured this island first and sort of using that as a staging area to bring more troops. So I've captured quite a few provinces, put a lot of effort in boosting morale. So I was building a lot of fortresses to do that. When troops sit in a province that has low morale, it will affect the morale of the troops. And so I was trying to get a couple of areas as high as I could park my troops in. So now my coalition, they came in this area. The Europeans sort of came down here, and so I've had to continue my expansion a little further south in Africa. So now I'm down here in this region and capture this island. Doing an attack here. So I got 23 artillery bombarding the fortress right now. What I'm trying to do is break down that fortress to expose the units in there. And then with this stack, I'll attack those units directly. So I have the stack going towards the fortress, but on a delay. I just want to see what happens in the next minute to see if these units get exposed or not. If they are exposed, then I'll definitely go directly after. I'm also fighting down in here. So I'm attacking these 5 infantry here. The hit should, in about 26 minutes, be calculated. Looks like he has an artillery over here that he's hitting me with, but it's just a single one, so I'm not too worried about it. So I should have no problem coming down through here. The plan is to continue on down south here through Africa. As you can see, I have some light cruisers here attacking a coastal region. And that's what I'm just going to do, is take these cruisers along the coast and just kill whatever I can. And then eventually my troops will come down and capture the territories. It's too bad I didn't have any battleships, because it's quite possible the battleship could reach this territory from the coast, which would have been handy to sort of clear the way for my units coming south. So I have to be careful here. I don't want to quickly and not be able to protect territories I've captured. So I am bringing more troops down. I got another stack here coming in. It's 155 troops. Just another stack a bit closer. 112. So I also got a stack here. I'm just resting for the moment. 746 units. So eventually I'm going to bring them down south there too, but I'm just going to sit them there for a little bit. So anyway, it looks like I'm doing okay. My economy is still pretty rough. Just when you're expanding, it affects your overall economy, and so you always have to change up the numbers and different things that you're producing resources via railroads. So I'm not doing too bad. I got a lot of production going on. I have several airports I'm putting together, a couple factories, a few railroads, a whole bunch of harbors. So my production is not too bad of military units. I got a couple of heavy tanks on the go, a light cruiser, handful of fighters. So right now I'm building a lot of subs, a couple of battleships, a handful of tanks, and then of course a few artillery. So I'm building a lot of subs to counter the ship buildup here in Ireland. Netherlands got quite a few ships around this area and a bunch of submarines, which are hidden at the moment, but I've seen them all. So I know he's got a bunch of ships down in here. He's building up a fleet in here. And I know he's got a bunch of subs in here and a bunch of subs up in here as well. And he's got subs distributed throughout singles, different areas. So I'm building some subs to counter that. Now, one of the players that were in the coalition that went inactive was Honduras. So we decided to eat him. So I'm attacking him down here in the Costa Rica area. Cuba is being taken up by my ally here. Looks like I clicked the wrong city there. Anyway, this is one of the cities, these fortresses he's captured. So all those harbors that I'm building is in this area. So Honduras didn't have any harbors built here at all. Well, actually, I think he had one here, which I was able to repair quite quickly. My hope is to take these islands, Strigal Islands down here, all through here. So that would give me a little bit more control in the Atlantic. As you can see, I have these islands in here, this part of Africa, these islands, this island up in here. Of course, I'm all through here as well. Through here. So there's a lot of politics going on. There's two players that are independents. And so there's a little gamemanship going on with them and the other active players. But so far I'm doing okay. Got some strength down in here in Africa. I want to bring some more strength down in here. So in the event that the Europeans do decide to hit me, I'm well prepared for that. I'm going to plan to continue to expand down in here. I'll finish this up, and then at that point, I guess we'll have to make some sort of decision to see what's going on as far as what's next. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos. Everybody take care. I look forward to seeing your comments.